Getting a chassis lube is very important, and when I say that I'm talking about the suspension components, I'm not talking about doing this and rust-proofing your chassis. I'm talking about ball joints, tie rod ends, even other parts of the drivetrain depending on the vehicle that you own. The best time to do this is when you're doing an oil change. Every time you do an oil change, you should be lubricating your chassis components. I myself am guilty. I don't do it all the time. I'm trying to get better at this, and I decided I should make a video to show you guys. It's super easy to do it. All you need is a grease gun to do the job. Before you get started, you want to clean off the grease fitting. This way you make sure if there's been leftover grease and dirt has accumulated over time, you're not shooting dirt into the part. We have pressure on our grease gun. If you just put grease in, you might have to pull the trigger a bunch and then until you feel pressure. We'll place this onto the grease fitting and squirt grease in there, and you can watch the boot get full. We have moved ball joints on this truck, so it's got their gusher problem solvers on here. See, the boot there is not full of grease anymore. Oh, there we go. Now we know it's packed with grease. We're then going to do the same thing to the lower ball joint and also our outer tie rod ends. You can see down here why they call it gushers. You see the grease coming out. Once all of it comes out, we know it's full. We're going to grease up the bushings for the sway bar. We also have to tackle our two-piece drive shaft. So a little bit of grease is coming out, so we're done. Remember to scope out your vehicle, guys. Not every vehicle is going to be the same as far as where grease points are going to be. Also, if this is your first time, don't get too gung-ho and happy about it. Over here on this caliper, this is not a grease fitting. This is a bleeder valve if you're going to flush out your brake fluid system or you want to bleed the system. So do not put grease on this particular part right here. You can see, unfortunately, like vehicles like this 2001 Pontiac Montana, the tie rod end and also the sway bar bushing are not greasable, so they will wear out over time and you just have to replace it. For high performance builds like my project truck over here, you can see that I have tubular A-arms and they come with factory installed polyurethane bushings. They're great for handling, but they do squeak a bit, so to cut down on that, they install from factory these grease fittings here so I can lube them up all on a regular basis to keep the noise down.